Happy Thursday. Happy June 8th, 2023. June 8th. That means it's my big brother's birthday. So happy birthday, Brian. I love you dearly. You mean the world to me. And I said about a month or so ago, happy retirement to him. I understand he's sleeping beyond 7:30, so he will not see the beginning of this, but we'll make sure that we all get a chance to say happy birthday to him. And maybe I'll even sing to my big brother. Gotta get the voice ready. I love you and thank you for everything you've done. He's really taken on the paternal role ever since we lost our father when I was 24 years old. So he's an incredible man, and I just want to wish him a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Brian. That's how I wanted to start off this morning. We also want to talk about unconditional love, which kind of fits with that. Hopefully you have that from your family. But where are the other sources that you get unconditional love? For me, I think most people would think right away of animals, right? Dogs. So the shirt that I have, and I'm sorry for the little delay, for some reason it always starts this way on this silly program. Dogs, naps, and weekends. Dogs for sure. We get unconditional love from our. But why, as human beings, do we not do the same thing to each other? I mean, I'm not saying you got to greet each other at the door wagging your butt and wagging the tail and licking the face, but we definitely could learn from them to provide unconditional love. So we're going to talk about that today and hope that you have those kind of blessings in your life. We'll of course do our 100 days to freedom we're going to do actually a couple. I'm going to start with a devotional and I'm going to end with a devotional. That way we are closer to getting caught up in all of the books, the 100 days to freedom book. We're going to do shame today and we're going to do depression. So both of those will be in today's show. And we're going to get close to being caught up. For some of the days we're on day 7, some are on day 6. These are actually on day 5, so I want to get them as caught up as I possibly can. Good morning to Tammy and Sindra. I'll see you tonight on our life coaching class. We'll address that in just a second here. Tammy, your dog's Sophie, Miss Sophie. Bill Stadler, good morning to you as well. As you're popping on, just get ready. If you are getting ready to leave, remember you can always take this show with you. You can go mobile. I'm not mobile today, but you can go mobile. Put your earphones in, put your earbuds in, or if you have that connection, maybe Apple card or Apple phone, you can hook it in. And you can take that and go directly through your car. And then that way you can listen. There's so many people that got aha, that you can take the show with you. You don't have to wait until later if in fact you actually want to be listening how I'm interacting live. So spread the word that today we're talking about unconditional love. What do I mean by that? I want you to like and share. Always share. There are big announcements that we have for you today. On Thursdays, by the way, will be big drop days, and we'll talk about that in just a second for you. So good morning. How's your day starting off? Have you been up for a little while? I have been up for just about an hour, which is really nice to be sleeping in after all these years of crazy hours. It's nice to find some stability in life, and it changes a little bit when I do my personal training on Wednesdays and Fridays that I get up a little earlier. But how early do you all get up in the morning? Are you early risers? Do you work out before you ever get your day started? Today I'm going to train clients here in a couple of hours, and then I will do my own workout. Today's going to be a little bit of a down day as we get ready for a big sprint, getting ready for Monday, which will be incredible. Good morning. Happy birthday, big brother. Yes, thank you for that. I'm sorry for the delay. Nothing I can do about that. I hope that it fixes itself. I'm told it usually happens in the first couple of minutes of the show. I got to tell you what, I can't wait to not have the delay. I can't wait to bring you the show the way it's supposed to be brought. And that will be coming on Monday. If you haven't heard the announcement, I made the big announcement on a couple of things. I mentioned that we would be going to you live from the Invita Health and Wellness Studios starting on Monday. That's happening. So that means tomorrow is a very long day of testing to make sure that everything's ready to go. The lighting's ready to go. The set is exactly how I want it to be. Everything I've envisioned since January. It's coming to you on Monday. And then when we go mobile, we're hoping that we can fix this little delay that's happening. And I think a lot of this is because because of the Wi-Fi system. So trying that, we're actually talking with Charter. Charter, I think we're going to have you come on board with us and make sure that we have a hard line no matter where we're going from, because it is fun to go from different places. But I don't want this kind of crazy delay for you. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning. Up since 5:30. The room starts lighting up. My body says, get up. Oh, you have coffee. Leona, no coffee for me. I know Leona's newer to the show, so if you don't know, I am not a coffee fan. I don't like the smell of coffee or the taste of coffee. I'm a tea fan, or, as you see here this morning, my Q cup, I am a water fan. Up by 5:30, eating breakfast, skim the pool, and now walking. Way to go. I went out and looked at the pool and turned the automatic pool clean. That bring back minutes and minutes and minutes worth, hours I should say, of my life. Good morning, Ann. Congratulations to Ann, by the way. I was up late calculating everything for the girls that are in my workout class. They did a big challenge for 12 weeks. And Ann, congratulations. Everybody congratulate Ann. She was the winner. You saw her yesterday. I mentioned that since she's been with me, she's lost 65 pounds. But in the last 12 weeks, she lost 20 of those and 17 3/4 inches. So congratulations to Ann. I'm so proud of you. For that, I'm proud of everyone that took on the challenge. I'm proud of everyone that is going through anything that is life-changing to them. So if you'd like to be a part of it, by the way, we're getting ready to start another challenge. You can be a part of the group. You can drop in. You just have to be part of some type of the coaching. So either drop in classes, full-blown monthly, life coaching, fitness side, whatever. I'd love to see you make the changes that you were meant to make. Yep, Leona's congratulating you. Good morning to my niece, Tessa. Yeah, I wanted to actually bring Tessa on. She's pretty big, but I was going to hold her and come on to you live this morning. But if she comes back up here, I'll grab her. It's easier to grab Adelaide because she's much tinier. Way to go, Ann. Offline. When I say it's real, it's been real. It's been real, all right, for the last few months, off and on and off and on and on and on. Let me know. Let me get back to the comments. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Otherwise, I'll go out of the program and come back in. I'm sure a lot of you probably said that I was gone. Connection did go out. Darn, I lost you. I hope you're still here with us. I know, guys. I know it right away, by the way. The video keeps cutting out. Not sure if it's my phone or some other issue. It's the internet. Yes, Leona, sorry. Carrie, let's see, Carrie, what did you say? Let's go through these. Gone, not glad for you, but glad to know I'm not the only one that sometimes has internet connections. Don't you just gotta love technology? Yay, you're back. You're back. Carrie. Okay, everyone, let's see. I'm getting notifications on my phone, which, yeah. So the funny thing is, I think people think that I don't know that I'm gone. I know right away. I get a thing that all of a sudden is syncing. Just let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me, if we're definitely back together at 7:10. And many of you don't get a chance to tune in until about 7:10 anyway. So there's probably a little delay in you making the announcement to me that we're back. I hope that is in fact the case. Let me know before we actually get into the topic of the day. And hopefully we stay on. If we don't, I'll try to come back on to you on my phone, or maybe this would just be a shorter day. We'll find out. Do you all see me? And are we all good to go? Hopefully. I wish I was still on the phone. I'll tell you what. We're making progress towards things that we want to do, but it was so much better when I came to you on my cell phone. I never got kicked off, and there weren't any problems with delays, any stuttering that I know a lot of you think is on your end, but it's not. It's on the it is on the end of the Wi-Fi. All is good now. Thank you, Leona. I appreciate it. Yeah, we know the delay, Michelle. No problem. I can't fix that. That's not something I can do. Hey, Ad, come here. Come here for a second. We're talking about unconditional love today. We're talking about how we need to learn from what kind of love is provided to us from animals. Hi, come here. You want to see? Oh no, she wants to run away. I can't play with you right now. I got to do this. Come here. You want to come see Mama? Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Want to come here? Here, want this? If I can get her, I'll pick her up again. Some of you saw her the other day. We're talking about unconditional love. I mentioned dogs, naps, weekends. That's on my shirt. And it really is, it's those kind of things that we think of when we think of relaxation. It's that mindset that we go to. But why can't we go to that in life with other resources, other aspects? Trisha Havera, good morning from Glen Carbon, up at 4:45 a.m., reading through the Bible in a year. Isn't that awesome? So Trisha, you are a new name to me. I don't think I've spoken with you before, but that's something that we do. And I mentioned that today we're actually going to read from 2 of the 100 Days to Freedom, and we do these devotionals. I'm going to do one here at the beginning, and then I'm going to do another for you as we wrap up the show. That's how I always like to wrap up the show. So it's 7:12. Let me go to 1. Stay with me. Even if I got kicked off, I'll be right back with you. I hope that doesn't happen again. And boy, I tell you what, when we start next Monday, we're going to get all this fixed when we go mobile, because I don't want these things to happen to you, even though you're all pretty incredible and you stay with us, knowing that I'll be right back. I'll never just let it get kicked off and not come back to you. Unconditional love, same word spelled frontwards and backwards, God and dog. I know, right? They are. I think God brought dogs to us as little angels. Okay, I think it looks like it's caught up, as close as it possibly is going to. It's better, right? If I was on a cell phone, I used to love when you were able to give me little hands and hands up, thumbs up, things like that. Good ways to give me notification. Let's do the 100 Days to Freedom from Depression. We'll do that, and then we'll end with 100 Days to Freedom from Shame. So let's start our morning with this. God in the valley. Behold, I am with you and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land. For I will not leave you until I am done with what I have promised you. That's actually from Genesis 28, verse 15. Hi, Adelaide. Come on, you give me that unconditional love. Or you jump. Yep, she jumped on the chair, and it just spun around. I wish you all could see that. I have a chair that spins, and when she jumps on it, it spins around like a merry-go-round. Nothing compares to being on a mountaintop. In the literal sense, everywhere we look, we see the skies above and the vivid colors of the earth below. The sunrise and the sunset. By the way, tell me, are you a sunrise fan or a sunset fan? Which way? I know they're both beautiful, but if you had to pick just one, sunrise or sunset, people, answer that. It can be breathtaking, right? Either of them can be breathtaking, especially when you have the ocean in the background. I've got pictures here in my mobile set of Cabo San Lucas, and this beautiful picture that I took of the sun setting right near the arch, or El Arco, in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. So I am a big fan of sunsets, but the sunrise means a brand new day, right? We get to wake up and we're here, and breath in our lungs and blessings. Sunset, a reminder of another incredible day. I love the sunsets. We might feel spirituality in tune with God at the forefront of our minds. We praise and thank Him for blessing us. We trust Him and we feel secure. At other times, life throws us circumstances that can surprise and shake us. Negative thoughts and feelings invade, like fear, maybe sadness, irritability, anxiety. One of our books is, fear and anxiety. When negative emotions take the lead, we have to refocus, remembering that the God of the good times hasn't left us in the turbulent ones. He's there. You got to look for him in all. It's just like friends, right? You want him there in the bad times and the good times and the sad times and the happy times. God is never off duty, never misses an event, and is never surprised. So why is it then when we're on a mountaintop, we can praise God, but when we're in the valley, we wonder where he went? Think about that. Maybe because we lose our focus. We can become so overwhelmed and distracted by our challenges that we stop talking to God. Why do you do that? We are disappointed with God. We mistakenly assume that bad things don't happen to Christians. We forget our blessings. We don't call to mind the things that God has already done for us and in us. Throughout the Bible, we read of God's people being joyful and praising him when circumstances were going well. Just think about this in life, right? Associated to your life. Then struggling and doubting God when they weren't. Victory in the valley happened for those who remembered that God was still with them and who sought his face even when things looked their worst. So Thomas Merton said, God, who is everywhere, never leaves us, ever. Yet he seems sometimes to be present, sometimes to be absent. If we do not know him well, we do not realize that he may be more present to us when he is absent than when he is present. That's a good way to look at life, right? Helen Keller, the hilltop hour would not be half so wonderful if there were no dark valleys to traverse. Anyone who knows me and who's been through my life coaching class or has taken private life coaching with me knows that I say that the greatest achievement comes from the darkest places. When you have to go through the darkness but find your way out to the light, and maybe that's why some of you like sunrises, that it's more powerful because you've been there. And actually when others go through it, that you are able to say, I've been there and I can help you through the darkness. Eugenia Hurley, maybe? I don't know exactly how to say her name. Mountains, hills, and valleys confirm the beauty of your holiness. So today's prayer, and we're going to do a couple. This is the beginning, and I'm going to do another one for you in the at the wrap up. Lord, thank you for meeting me exactly where I am. Please help me to keep my eyes focused on you as you guide me on a path forward. Amen to that. So that is day 5. We're going to be on to day 6 as we get through some of these before we go back to the other ones that somehow we must have been doing more of those, or some of the people that I said, hey, pick one. We must have picked some that we got up to day 7. So that's 100 Days to Freedom, and this one again is from depression. So we'll put that aside. I'm going to wrap up the show later with 100 Days to Freedom from shame. Okay, let me look at some of these. Good morning, Leela. How are you? Sunrise, mornings are my favorite. Okay. Leona says both. No, you have to pick one. You only get one. Leona, both. Love a sunrise over water. Exactly. If I was on my cell phone, I would flip really quick and then flip back. But this whole apparatus that I have to come on to you when I'm here doesn't do the best for me to flip things around. But I'd love for you to see my picture. If I can do it, I will. I just don't want to mess up. I don't want to get kicked off again. Let's just say I have a beautiful picture of the sunset over the ocean and the ocean's waves. And what we're talking about today is unconditional love and calmness. And with my clients, I tell them to go somewhere in their mind to find happiness. And for me, it is the ocean. For me, it's just water in general. And I don't mean water, even though if I envisioned it, I could find peace in the water that's in this and what it provides me. I could do that. But when I think of happy times and I think of stillness and calmness, it is absolutely water. It's why I have a pool. It's why I've always had a pool. My parents had a pool. I will look at that and it just brings me calmness. Some of my biggest decisions in life, by the way, are made by the ocean. I love that too. Love them both, but since up, sunrise. Okay, Carrie, thank you. A lot of people say their dogs are their best friends. Today is National Best Friend Day. I know. I was going to say that as well. Carrie, Yes, my babies, but I have a lot of best friends. I'm very, very blessed, and it starts with my mother. It starts with my animals, and then I absolutely have a handful of best friends, some really incredible people that surround myself with. Hi, Ed. Have a very powerfully blessed day. I'm gonna guess that means that Ed's not with us anymore. Just popped on to say that. I love it. Linda says sunsets. Yes. So this should be on this shirt. So I know we got kicked off earlier, but let me show you my shirt, and it looks like the delay is better. Dogs, naps, and weekends. I'm going to put sunrises and sunsets on there. To me, hi Linda, yes, sunsets. I believe that those are things that bring us stillness, calmness, and love. So I want to do a little interaction with you today, and I want to have you go through and tell me, and we'll write these things down. So I'm going to act like we're in a workshop, which, by the way, those are the things coming. So we've got some big announcements today. We're going to launch on Monday from the Invita Health and Wellness Studios. That's coming to you on Monday. You do not want to miss that show. Trust me, if you have followed me for 3 months, that is not a show you want to miss. That show is going to have a very powerful message, but you're also going to see all of those in my life. Well, I can't say all because they all can't make it since it is early in the morning and some people have to get off to work. So there's going to be some very instrumental people in my life that unfortunately will be missing, but I will give them a shout out to say that I'm so sorry they can't be there live. I want you to be live with us if at all possible. Take us with you if you have to leave the house, whatever you have to do, or come back to it if you can't be live. But we're going to be cutting the ribbon to the studios. We're going to bring it to you live. What we're going to do, you're going to want to follow from about 6:30 on because we'll be making announcements leading up to the big kickoff at 7 a.m. Right about 6:45, I'm going to cut the ribbon. You'll see that at about 6:50, announcing that we'll be coming up to you at 7. And then you're going to see so many people that are in my life that have been waiting for this launch to happen, waiting for the continuation of the brand that launched back in January. And just to see where it's at right now, and oh my goodness, to dream and make those dreams a reality of where it's going. I will show you different aspects. I'll take some video as I guide up to the office, and we'll show you those pieces mixed in throughout social media. But one of the things that I want to do besides come to you live from that, probably Mondays and Tuesdays, I can't make Wednesdays and Fridays work right now unless we might delay the show a bit so I can race over there if I don't have an 8 o'clock client. That's a possibility, to come there from the studios as often as we possibly can. I have tried to figure something out in my audience, and it's that I think that you all prefer that I'm live with you instead of an incredible interview that is recorded and provided to you. Understand though that sometimes it has to be like that. And I think that should be okay because it's the message I would hope that you would get besides the interaction. I think people like to hear me shout their names out and bring you on in a way that I can, at least through talking about you as best as I possibly can. But one of the things I want to tell you about is that there are multiple rooms in the building, in the University Club Towers, that some of them have 25, 50, 75 spaces, and then the true dream is the stage that's set at View 17. It's on the 17th floor, View 17. 250 people can fit in that room. And I want you to envision yourself in those seats, truly learning from some incredible people. So I'll be on stage with others on like a panel, and I see you crying and laughing and interacting and forming new friendships, very similar to the way the retreat was this past weekend, which was beautiful, by the way. If you didn't get a chance to get to that retreat, and I know some of you that are on right now were there will be future retreats coming, but understand that there are future opportunities that I will be providing you in the space where my office is. And so you'll be able to come there, and we won't do it in this time frame. I know 7 a.m. won't be the best, but we'll be talking about some events that you'll be able to come there, and maybe they'll be throughout the week, lunchtime, maybe happy hour time, maybe on the weekends. We'll find out. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to some of you. I know some of you were saying sunrise, sunset, start of the day, beauty over water, etc. Let's see. I think I wrapped up with Carrie about the dogs. So tell me, where do you feel the unconditional sources of love come from besides animals? And besides the fact that I gave you a sunrise and a sunset and the ocean and the water, where else do you get that type of unconditional love? Love that. Sunrise, Marilyn says. Okay, got it. And I said that Linda said sunsets. Who else? Good morning. See, it bounces on me. Not a fan of that. Good morning. Sunrise over ocean or water or even a field. Ooh, yeah, the field. And watching the flowers blowing in the wind. That's a good point. Angie, that's a good one. Sharon, let's see. I love the start of a new day. So you probably like the sunrise. This time of year, I would have to say sunset. I'm not always up for the sunrise. And if any of you saw the video when I walked away from television, walked away from having to get up at 1:30 in the morning, I said I couldn't wait to see a sunrise because when you're inside of a building, when you're inside the newsroom, there's no windows, so I never got a chance to see the sunrise. And I mean, I love it, but it was funny because immediately when my hours flipped, so did my husband's, and so he leaves for work at 5 a.m. and I'm like, well, I guess we won't see a sunrise together. It's okay. Sunsets are my thing. And let's say, whoops, bestie, not beastie. Oh, did you say beastie, friend? Let's see. Oh, besties. One of my besties is right here on this site right now, Marilyn. I love that. Hi, Monica. I love both, but especially the sunrise for the promise of a new day. That's what I was thinking. Yes. My sister and I were just talking about how wonderful it is that my niece has her little dog, Violet, to spend her days with as she's in the battle of her life with cancer. Oh, my goodness, at the age of 28. Great to see you, and I wish you a wonderful day. Well, prayers and healing energy going out to your little dog, Violet. Oh, sorry. No, your niece. Hang on. What is your niece's name, though? My sister and I were just talking about how wonderful it is that my niece has her little dog. I thought Violet was the dog. Okay, I don't know what your niece's name is, though. So whatever your niece, whoever, I don't know if you had to pop off. But Kathy, whoever your niece is, prayers and healing energy going out. That's, yeah. So see, when I talk about boulders and I talk about pebbles, that's a boulder, folks. Think about how you react to different aspects of life and how you make them much bigger than they really are. Truly amazing retreat. Looking forward to the next experience. Leela, at work, I work with seniors. Oh, I tell you what, one of the most incredible demographics. Friendship Village is where I used to personal train clients, and this Sunday I'm going to brunch with a group of the seniors I used to train. So that's one thing. Now that I'm not training them anymore, they made me promise that I wasn't gone from their life. And I always get upset and teary-eyed when I get the messages because each time we go to brunch, there's someone else we've lost. And so once again, we were talking about who was going to be there Sunday, and she said she reached out to the gang, and there's another one that passed. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but you take that on, and you realize that in the age that you're training, I mean, they were from their 70s to 95, that God would call them home. And yeah, it's hard though, because we made some incredible connections in 3 years. Rihanna is your niece, Kathy. Okay, so we are praying for Rihanna, and let us know how she does. Can't see the sunrise here at the new house, but it is beautiful at the farm. Unconditional love from God, my closest and best friends, my life and family. So we're talking about sources of unconditional love. Where do you get them from? I want you to just fire off a bunch of things. This is what I want you to do. When I mentioned I would come to you and we would have classes, we would have interaction, we would have workshops, 25 people. That would be more of a private one. That's going to be really cool. 50, 75, 250. I want you, when I come around to you in live, when we do this together, it's literally here. You have 30 seconds. And the reason I give a time frame is that I don't want you to overthink life. I want you to just fire things off. When I'm outside early mornings, I feel that love of life. So I guess that my true favorite is sunrise, but I love taking pictures of sunsets. Thank you so much. Right back at you. This is our 50 years together. Holy cow, that's a friendship. Wow. St. Louis County Police Record Room. Thank you for being a longtime friend. Wasn't that awesome? Leela says, I know that feeling. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I want you to act like you are in a workshop with me. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to thank our incredible sponsors. And by the way, we have 3 big ones right now. And then I have been in the works. Stayed up a little late last night as I was putting together some proposals from some people I talked to yesterday. It's just organically happening. And I can't say enough, I should say, of how blessed I feel that not only do we have these 3 that you're going to hear about right now, but there are 2 for sure that are in the works, maybe 3 or 4. People are saying, Monica, I've been hearing about your show. I've been watching your show. I wondered where you went over the last 5 months. Now I see it. Now I can cast you onto my TV and watch you big on the TV screen, or I can watch you on my phone. I can listen to you as I'm driving. I can watch you on my computer, whatever that may be. I think I'd like to be a part of it. There are families that might just want to say the message of what they want for life, and you just want to come on and donate to the platform. That's the other thing. You don't have to be a business. You can just be anyone in life that says, I want to give to this show so that this show doesn't stop. And if you're interested in that, we can provide you my email in just a bit, and let you know how you can do that as well. But if you do know a business that wants to come on board with us, that aligns with our message, has the same mission statement, they want people to know that their company wants the best for the world, let me know who that is, and I can send out a proposal for them, a breakdown of the different levels where they can be a part of it. Okay, so stick with me. When we come back, here's what I want you to do. You've got some time. During this commercial break, listen to these incredible sponsors and think about 10 words, 10 things, 10 people, 10 circumstances, but you got to give me 10. So when you write, you have to give 10 words, 10 things, whatever, that provide you unconditional love. And I normally would do it in a 30-second time period. I'm going to give you about a minute and a half, couple minutes to provide that. And this is the kind of stuff that I would do when I'm live with you. Don't overthink it. Just open your heart, open your mind, open your spirit, and think about what provides you unconditional love besides the animal. Stay with us. I'll be right back. Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment, or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
Carroll House is now the contemporary furniture design center.
We now have the largest selection of the latest ultra-modern furniture.
Sleek European designs, unique metals, bold lacquers, plush fabrics, and retro styles.
Modern furnishings with exclusive collections only at Carroll House.
Plus free financing, free delivery and setup, and free in-home design.
Visit the St. Louis Center for Contemporary Design inside our 3.5-acre showrooms at Carroll House.
Because you like nice things.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. All right, everyone, welcome back. It is the Real Monica Adams podcast, and it's brought to you by Envita Health and Wellness. So we've been on for about 30 minutes. I'm going to say that today, for whatever reason, we think about elements in life. We have a bigger delay than I'm used to having. We didn't want to just do an audio show, though. We wanted to give you the opportunity to see and open up the senses. So see and hear, and when you're in person, it's igniting all the senses. So I gave you a little time, and I wanted you to think about what provides you unconditional love. I do want to thank not only Envita Health and Wellness for coming on board with us as our title sponsor immediately, but as you heard, Carroll House Furniture, Aldon Indoor Air Quality Specialists, providing heating and cooling. And I have to laugh. My friend Michelle, who some of you get to know as a moderator in the show, she asked if I had a fan on. There is no fan in this room. However, the air conditioner was on, so I just ran and turned it off. Sorry if you heard rattling. There's too many things though about the delay, the noise. I don't even know. When I see the commercials on my end, they're so slow and stuttering, but I hope that they provided exactly what they needed for you to hear the message of these incredible people. And yes, we love them so very much. I want to thank your sponsors so we can have you living your dream. Amen. Keep the show going. Marilyn, let me know. I met your boss. I would love to have you all on. I love when you talk about being real. That is so powerful and freeing. Thank you, Leona. Yeah, that's the thing that I was telling somebody the other night, that we love. I mean, trust me, I'm very big into dressing up and having beautiful hair and putting the makeup on and looking incredible. We do that. My husband obviously loves to get all dressed up and go out to dinner. We go to the Fox, we go to the Muni. I mean, there's so many things that we love to do. And so obviously you present your best self. But I want more and more, especially for our younger generation, I want them to understand that what they see in Hollywood and what they see on magazines, et cetera, what's pushed on them, spirits. And I think it gets really hard when they have false senses of what really exists. That, oh my gosh, this is what someone looks like, and I don't look like that. They look in the mirror and they tear themselves down. And that's one thing that I am counseling so many people on, is that they look in the mirror and they are constantly degrading themselves. They have so much hate towards themselves, not necessarily towards the world, but starting with yourself. I want you to look in that mirror, and I want you to have that self-love. So when we're talking about unconditional love, I need you to provide it for yourself first and foremost. It starts with you. Remember the equation, right? The blank that I want you to fill in. Who is the most important person in the equation of your life? It's you. Who do you see in the mirror? Unless someone's standing behind you, it's you. What do you say to yourself? Ooh, don't like my hair. Ooh, gosh, I'm aging. Ooh, got to put makeup on. Ooh, I hear older women say this all the time. Oh, I don't like how my neck looks. And thankfully, I don't see that yet. I don't know. I put a lot of moisturizer and lotion on. You got to take care of yourself. Go get facials done. That's the one thing. Hydrofacials that Invita Health and Wellness provides. Go do that. Take care of your body. Take care of your skin. Take care of your hair. Take care of your nails. Take care of your soul. Nourish the body with proper food. Get out and walk. Simple equations that I give you. Simple tools to make your life the best. But are you doing them? That's unconditional love to yourself. So that's the answer that I would actually provide, is where does the unconditional source of love come from? First, it starts with you. Then it becomes, who do you surround yourself with? There goes Tessa, right on cue. She says, me, Mom, me. It's all doggies. Yes, dogs are a big part of it. Let's see. Smiles, taking time for me. Okay, ooh, I like it. You all provided some for me. Let me go back here. Okay, Carrie said, heart hugs, God's word and will, smiles, taking time for me, a gift from the heart, the retreat, music. Yes, I always say music. Forgiveness, a kind word, and longevity. Look at how quickly she did that. Carrie, I hope you're able to come when I do these workshops, because you will do very good with this. It's awesome. It's like watching a Godzilla movie. What? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Oh, I know what you mean. Richard, are you talking about the delay I have? The delay, I'm hoping, is not as bad anymore. Now that the air conditioner is off, now I'm warm. So I shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. See, I'll take one for the team. Did you really have a problem with hearing the fan? I just think the more real we are, the better. And once we get into the studio, everything will be perfect. But, it's kind of this back and forth with life. I like being raw. How did I grow my audience? By coming to you from here on a cell phone, by the way. And you know what? I'm going to look. We're going to do this together. Hang on one second. Yes, grateful Kathy and Leona joined me at the retreat. Kathy did mention that. She wants details. I will email you her email address. Oh, see? We might have another sponsor. She has a story just like what you shared at the retreat that brought tears to her eyes. Yeah, I saw the tears, and I wanted to give her that hug. Hugs, by the way, unconditional love. The time delay. Yep, it's okay. It is what it is. If you ever watched the Godzilla movie back in the day, it was the same way. Yes, it was like... I get it, Richard. I hope that just made you laugh, by the way. Who else? Carrie can't be the only one that provided the 10 that I was looking for. And Michelle, thank you. I'm glad. All I care about is providing the message, whether it's in Godzilla delays, or you watch it later, or whenever it is, or you just listen. If you listen, I don't think it's messing up the audio. It's just the video side. Glad the commercials were spot on. Who else besides Carrie can provide quickly the words of what it is in life that provides you that kind of love that you're looking for that an animal provides us, right? If I flip this chair around, because right now I see the back of the chair, but on the other side I would smile, and there's that happiness. I would smile because I'd see that little baby dog in my chair. Okay, Monica, until your retreat, I have never put me number one. That was my first day. This is day 5 and down 5 pounds. Oh, yes! A healthy program that I started. Marilyn, congratulations to you, and way to go. Yep, I mentioned a lot of things at the retreat that needed to happen, that you absolutely needed to put yourself first. You have to make yourself happy. How can other people around you love you if you, in fact, don't love yourself? You know, I've said that a lot, and it's very, very true. If you don't love you, watch what happens to the people around you. They are just kind of lost because they feel lost in you. Oh, Sally, there's my girl. Nap, meditate, walk. See? Unconditional love. Calming sources. Good morning. My mom always said, go out with a happy heart. You know what? I didn't get a chance to have Sally on with me yesterday on National Running Day. So, Sally, can you do me a favor? Can you just provide kind of in a follow-up to yesterday, running? I know I've always said, and she always laughs at me because she's obviously big into training people for different endurance events. But I, as a trainer, I just have seen, and I'm working with Dr. Richard Lehman, who, by the way, you'll see. Oh, we did it! Hang on. I know this kind of feels like I'm all over the place, but I wanted to do this because I saw this yesterday. Let me start with Sally first and get that train of thought at you. Sally, besides the fact that I was mentioning that I'd love for people to find other sources of being able to take care of their body and not running, because I just think that pounding and pounding and pounding is just so hard on the body. But the runner's high, is there anything, Sally, that you can say, because this kind of goes with the calming aspect, the happiness aspect, like when people think of what makes them happy, they'll go out for a run, right? Can you tell me anything else in life that's a little easier on the body that you feel would be similar in the runner's high? Because I think as a runner, she's going to say, no, there's nothing like it. But she does, I mentioned I would prefer a triathlon for someone. Do you agree with this, Sally? Sally's an incredible personal trainer as well, by the way. Do you agree that if you do the triathlon, the swim, the bike, the run, that transition will help the body because you're doing something different? Okay, Sally says breath work. Breath work gives you that calmness, brings you back. By the way, those of you that were at the retreat, you were able to learn that. You were able to learn through gong therapy, that relaxation. Okay, I've got a few things I want to tell you here. Anybody else that want to fill in what gives you unconditional love? What brings you a sense of calmness? Because maybe you're going to help others who are in dark places or who are in depressed places. Think about the little things in life that can provide you what you need. So it's the laugh of a baby. It's the puppy. When someone says, I got a new puppy, and you see the puppy, and I know that goes back to what's on my shirt about dogs and naps and weekends. Oh, Carrie, I'll give you the excitement in just a second. Hold on. Michelle doesn't have anything on there. It was a blank space. That's weird sometimes. It's just, oh, hang on. Nope, there's nothing there. It must have been a little picture. Awesome, Marilyn. Good morning. My mom always said, go out with a happy heart. Yes. Naps are on here. Yes, triathlon training provides a nice balance along with yoga and strength training. There you go. Because you need to not be doing the same thing. The body doesn't want the repetition, repetition, repetition. It needs to have change. You need to have shift patterns. What do I talk about with regards to mental, physical, spiritual health? That we have to massage and take care of all of them. Triathlon training allows you to do the swim, transition to the bike, transition to the run, or maybe you do a fast walk. We mentioned yesterday that maybe you need to do the fast walk, and that's okay. If you ever want to take on a triathlon, by the way, there's no better trainer than Sally Drake. Sally, you want to provide your information, by the way, in the comments so people can get in touch with you. I was just inviting Sally to the big celebration on Monday, and unfortunately, she's not going to be able to come, which is unfortunate. But I will have her on because she's just absolutely an incredible person, and she will light up the room. Her smile alone, her love, and her zest for life. So surround yourself with people or circumstances, places. Go to those places that provide you happiness. You need more of that in your life. Get away from the darkness. Get away from the depression. Get away from the people who bring drama. Get away from the toxicity. I said it at the retreat. You'll hear me say it on a regular basis on this show. It is monotonous to me to think that you would continue to surround yourself with anything that would bring you into a hate-filled, dark place. Dot said, serving others is the greatest high. Leadership comes from serving others. Choose joy. Volunteer. Absolutely. Barbara, facials. I often fall asleep. Barbara, I tell you what, I used to think, how can you go to sleep when you're having someone working on your face? Or more, I used to say, how can you fall asleep when someone's massaging you? Oh, I understand now. It's just completely letting go and giving time to yourself and relaxing. Yes. And when that happens, I think you get a big smile because you wake up, you got a line on your face, there's drool coming down. That's real, by the way. You need to take that picture. Did you all see the video yesterday about one of the announcements? I came to you live from the shampoo bowl and was making the big announcement that finally, after 3 months, we're putting it all together. We've been working on many facets of this show. And I know a lot of people said, gosh, I've been hearing about this, podcast you started back in March, but I don't have Facebook. And so we started saying, okay, we'll put it on YouTube. And I mentioned, you've got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We got to get those numbers up high because there will be exclusive content for all of you YouTubers. You do not want to miss. And I'm not going to put it on Facebook. There will be times where it'll just drop on YouTube. Marilyn, my faith, my love of my husband of 50 years who passed 5 years ago. Yeah, my heart goes out to you. My incredible friends, my remarkable neighbors, my coworkers at Team KKP. Barbara says, so funny. Being around my family and friends. We're walking in honor of your friend, Beth, at the Coleman Walk this weekend. Of your friend, sorry. Thank you. And healing energy to Beth. Let's see. Who commented before Dot? And yes, triathlon training. Yes. Okay. All right. Perfect. We are caught up there. So Carrie asked, and for those that are still around, you're going to see it and hear it live. So I mentioned that there was the announcement in the shampoo bowl. If you missed that video, I made it a reel. Today at 11 a.m., the very first podcast will come to you on all of the audio platforms. So I'm talking Apple and Spotify and Odyssey and Rumble and you name it. Everyone that exists right now. And I'm told by my genius videographer that everything in the future that will come, anything that's out there. Good morning, Wayne. If you want to listen to the shows and you want to tell people, hey, I've been watching this incredible show and I know you don't have Facebook, but you can tune in and look for The Real Monica Adams. You'll see this artwork with my picture, blue, of course, because I'm known for blue. It'll be under the health and wellness category. Tell them that they can listen to the very first audio podcast, and it is with Limmy Pulliam. It's the show that I did about achieving your dream, even when someone's trying to squash it and shaming you. He was fat shamed, and the world almost lost the most beautiful voice because someone shamed him. And that is why we're going to wrap up the show here in about 10 minutes with 100 Days to Freedom from Shame, because he allowed someone to have power and almost make him never sing again. And I just can't believe that. I've had many people who have heard this particular show, and they said it was very powerful. And so I thought that's the very first one I wanted to start with, because the people who will find that today at 11 o'clock and in days to come, they will have not heard it. Or if you heard it the first time, which, by the way, the first time was delivered in my private class that I used to have on Thursday nights, which now is open to the public. And I don't know if you know that or not, but if you don't, you can join me on that Thursday night class because it is now open to the public. And if you want to know more about it, again, you're going to see the banner here where it talks about if you'd like to be a sponsor of the podcast to reach out, but it also provides my email address. If you'd like to come on tonight's show, I'm going to go deeper into how you can find calmness in your life, the tools that need to be provided to you, unconditional love, and future ideas for shows. There it is, info@therealmonicaadams.com. I will let it come through for you a couple times. You can shoot me a message if you want to be a part of the night, if you have felt longing for some kind of connection, for a balance in your life. I'd love for you to email me and I can let you know how you can pop in. You don't have to be in the class every Thursday night. You can always do pop-ins. I've had people that dropped in the past and now they're there every Thursday night. So we're going to go deeper on today's topic. This is kind of like the show after the show. If you want to be a part of that, just let me know. What was the excitement about? Well, besides the fact that we're launching that's one big excitement because now we're all over the world. Now, yes, I understand people can watch Facebook from anywhere and that you can watch YouTube from anywhere. But, I'm talking about multiple platforms to be able to deliver this kind of message. And by the way, the people that come on with us as our sponsors, you get the opportunity to have your commercials play everywhere. So I want you to please like, share, follow the live stream on the channels that they're on right now, and then now start telling people, hey, look for the real Monica Adams in the health and wellness category on all of the podcast platforms, and you'll be able to hear. Okay, that's one. Two, this afternoon, there will be news shows dropped on our YouTube channel at The Real Monica Adams, which you need to follow so that you can see past shows that we've done that maybe you missed, because there's been a lot of shows. I mean, coming to you 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. over the last 3 months. That's a lot of shows. And so we're dropping those, and we're actually dropping a couple at a time on Thursdays at 2 p.m. So big time frames to remember. 11 a.m. on Thursdays, 2 p.m. on Thursdays. Audio platform, 11 a.m., and we'll have new shows once a week, new series. And then Thursday, 2 p.m. So we're talking today about depression and then eating and the connection between those. And we also have Finding Forgiveness. Those are dropping this afternoon. Carrie, what was the excitement about? Well, so yesterday when I showed this to someone, it was at 994,000. 994,000. And I said, oh, we're 6,000 away from a million. Well, guess what? Right there. Let me show you, and I want you to show this to people who are thinking of coming on board and being a sponsor. I'm going to leave it there for just a second, but do you see that number right there? Do you see that 1 million? 1 million impressions. That's the big thing I was waiting for. And it takes a little time to get up to that. For the last 28 days, from the previous 28 days, we have 1 million impressions. We have over 1,000 new followers. We have 375,000 engagement from the previous 28 days. And our reach is almost at 800,000 from the previous 28 days. But look at that. That's the number I've been waiting to achieve. 1 million, folks. Thank you. It goes to you. Thank you, and thank you to our sponsors, because we could not do this without them. So, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for obviously tuning in, bringing the sponsors to us. Thank you for commenting and liking and share, because when you share, that's how we have that reach. Can you believe it? Congratulations, by the way, to all of you, because this is your show. I'm bringing it the way you want. 1 million. That is the number that I was waiting to see. And when my friend Todd was in town the other day, I showed him this. So that was on Tuesday. So just in these last 2 days. And actually, I'm just going to say from yesterday, because it was 6,000 under yesterday afternoon. I was hoping that we'd hit a million today, and we did just that. Yes, Christian, it's incredible. 1 million, baby, says Michelle. Lemmy will be the first audio podcast. Yes, said that. Okay, Stephanie, awesome. Let me go back here. We've got a couple of other ones that I missed before we get into our devotional. Find The Real Monica Adams on your favorite podcast platform. Again, all of them, baby. All of them. We're all over Facebook. We're coming to you we stream, by the way, live on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can watch on either. And I'm told that a lot of people are taking in podcast on YouTube. So tell people to follow on YouTube. We got to get that number up to 1 million. Good morning, Chrissy. Chrissy, hello. Chrissy used to train with me, and we're waiting for Chrissy to come back. And Chrissy, I have a pair of our Know Your Value pants for you. You ordered a pair of black Know Your Value pants. You need to come to class on Saturday morning and pick those up and see everybody again. Great, Carrie. Now I have the Jeffersons theme song in my head. Moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Okay, sorry. Congratulations, Monica. That is incredible. Yes, I just sent my friend Joanne to your YouTube. She never wanted to be part of Facebook. I know. That's the thing. I came to you on Facebook, by the way, because I have 15,000 followers, and we're making that grow and grow and grow. But YouTube is there for you now, all the audio platforms. So there's no excuses to not receive the message of Monica. Being around family and friends, let's see, good morning. Family, quiet places, the sun, the country, birds. Oh, I love birds. Peace, walking, close friends, faith in God, and kindness. Good, Linda. If you're wondering what that's all about, I asked, like a minute or 2 minute time period. life to get frustrated. It's very easily to go to a place of cussing and getting so frustrated and pulling your hair out. I know you don't have to tell me you lost me because I know Wi-Fi is telling us the hour's almost up. I know. Yep, I should be here again. You all crack me up. Oh my gosh, I lost you. I know. I hope you're still here with us. So thank you. Pamela said great job. And now the delay is there again. So we are going to wrap up. Linda, I'm glad to be back as well. But we are going to wrap up because I am going to talk to Charter because this is Charter, by the way. This is Charter's Wi-Fi. And there are too many times that this has happened, so I need Charter to fix this. So shout out to Charter Spectrum. You need to fix this Wi-Fi system, or we need a hardwire. So we are talking to them about doing just that for the home, mobile, and for we are marketing. It's happened there too. It's not. I mean, it's all over. Wi-Fi can be a beautiful thing, or it can be very frustrating. So this is why we want to get into the studio. So when we go into the studio, it will absolutely not get kicked off. We will not be on a Wi-Fi system. Let me go back because I was reading Michelle's happiness. So I was talking about the ability to find happiness in the smallest things in life, right? It's the little thing. It's not overthinking things. It's understanding that the happiness can be all around you if you seek it and you allow its presence to be there for you. So we've got just a few minutes left, trying to go back to see what her message was. Great job. Yes to all of those. I can't find Michelle's comments. Well, I'll look at it later. Folks, here's the deal. Sorry, but thank you. Sorry that we got kicked off a handful of times, but you know, that's real. That's life. You get frustrated. Remember when we went through 2020 and 2021 and 2022 a little bit, and we were doing happy hours on Zoom, and people would get kicked off, or people would talk, and you'd be like, unmute yourself, and that became a regular thing. Unmute yourself. Hey, you're on mute. I do that on my class, by the way, all the time. I laugh, and I'm like, people are trying to talk to me in the class, and I was like, hello, I can't hear you. Your audio is off. Same kind of thing. Unfortunately, yep, that's what happens. We get kicked off. Archived Facebook shows are dropping weekly on Thursday afternoons. Yep, at 2 p.m. So that was the announcement, that 11 a.m. on the audio side and 2 p.m. in the afternoon for the YouTube side. Okay, so Michelle's was something about her son. There it is. Seeing my son happy when my husband holds my hand. Yeah, by the way, don't stop holding hands. As you look around, you go for a walk and you see older couples together, learn from them. There's the unconditional love that they have. They've been together for 50, 75 years, 80 years, 60 years, whatever. You know, they could be your role models. When my mom lost my dad, she said, whenever I see an elderly couple holding hands, it makes her teary-eyed because she just wished she had that kind of time together. So understand the blessings you have in your life, and don't let 1 second go by without telling someone that you love them. Kiss the babies, hug the puppies. There's unconditional love everywhere. The calmness is there. Just, you know, again, I got kicked off twice. I could have, you know, cussed. I just laughed. I'll be back with you. You're so devoted that you hang with me. Thank you for that. Knowing my mother, Julie, is happy and safe and surrounded by her incredible friends. Seeing my best friend succeed. Getting a good burn during a workout. Yeah. Having a full glass of wine. Yes. Agreed with those. She says quiet time with a book, having full control of the remote control, and a great massage from my husband without anything asked in return. Oh yeah, isn't that true? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. You'll enjoy this. I'll wrap up with this. Besides our devotional that I'm going to read here in just a second. When we were on Main Street in St. Charles, I was at a couple of stores, and there was a onesie, and it said, all my mom wanted was a massage. Okay, did that just make you all laugh out loud? Because I couldn't stop laughing. It was genius. It was absolutely hilarious. And Michelle, it goes right along with you, with what you were saying there at the end. So sometimes we just want a massage, right? That doesn't turn into something else. But that little onesie that I'm hoping is bought by a ton of people and makes so many people laugh. So when we talk about unconditional love and calmness and happiness, it is seeing messages and just allowing your heart to open up. Don't take yourself so seriously. Look at things like that. It said, all my mom wanted was a massage. And see, it still makes me laugh. If I had a little kid, or if I had someone who had a baby right now, I would get that. I'm glad it's making you all laugh. See, it did. Love you, my friend. I love you too, Dot. So happy for your growing show and reaching more people. We did hardwire and Wi-Fi extenders in our home. Much better now. We tried to do the Wi-Fi extender. My husband bought it. Didn't work. I mean, that's what's frustrating. We tried. Unconditional love. Everyone's sticking out through interruptions, right? That is unconditional love. I agree, Carrie. That means that you're incredibly connected to the message. Yeah, please, Michelle. Hashtag Charter Spectrum. We got to get this fixed. I have Charter. Yeah. Well, we flipped over to this because I think my Wi-Fi, I think my hotspot was better. My hotspot on my phone. I had no problems on the phone, ever. Now it's this. But I'm not going to shame them. See, because a lot of people be like, oh, shame. No, we have to watch those words, by the way. Shaming people, shaming yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed the show, even through the distractions of being kicked off. I hope that made you laugh there at the end. I hope you've received the message of where you can find unconditional love in your life and the simplest things in life, and maybe do that. So the reason why I tell you to journal, and I have a couple here with me, you know I love animal print. So this is one of my journals. It's pretty. It's got the kind of pony hair. And then I have the one that was made for me by Crystal is it Wyrick? Know your value in my wonderful cobalt blue. Write in your journal, and maybe today you start writing 10 things that bring you joy and happiness. That way, when you feel like you go into a dark, depressed state, you can go back and look at that and go, oh gosh, it really was just a smile. It was that funny little thing that Monica told me. It's a baby's laugh. It's the calmness of the water. It's the beauty of a flower blossoming. It's the stillness in the air. It's the green of the trees. It's the air that you're breathing in. I mean, look, here I go and go and go. And I'm not overthinking it. I'm just looking out my window. It's the beauty of design. It's the love of my husband. It's the support of my Father in heaven. It's the color blue. Do you want me to go on? I want you to do just that. So when we're together and we have these workshops, that you are able to do just what I did. Continue to just fire off things that will be able to bring you happiness and unconditional love. Okay, so let's end with this. 100 Days to Freedom from Shame. So this is Amazing Grace, which, by the way, is the song I sang at my father's funeral. So hopefully this one doesn't make me cry. Forgive me for shedding blood, O God who saves. Then I will joyfully sing of your forgiveness. That's Psalm 51, verse 14. Amazing Grace is a song almost everyone knows. Even people who never go to church. And they don't just know it, they love it. Try Googling most popular hymns, and every list that comes up will include the song Amazing Grace. But let's be honest, it's not popular because it's such a great piece of music. The melody and the chords are so elementary that even a novice piano student can learn to play them. Yeah, that's one of them I played before I had my concussion. The reason it's so beloved in the lyrics. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. It's pretty, isn't it? John Newton, who came to faith in his 20s, wrote the words out of the profound gratitude he felt when he came to understand that God's grace was bigger than his sins, which had involved everything from gambling to slave trafficking. Long before the song was penned, David experienced the amazing size and scope of God's grace. Notice he asked God to forgive him for the, quote, shedding of blood. King David was referring to his decision to send Bathsheba's husband Uriah into the heat of battle, then have the rest of the troops pull back so he would likely be killed. David knew this amounted to murder, perhaps not in the letter of the law, but in the intent of his heart, because he arranged the situation, hoping to get rid of the man standing in the way of him marrying Bathsheba. No matter what is causing you shame, you can have the same assurance King David and John Newton had, that no matter what you've done, even to the point of shedding blood, God's grace is big enough to handle it. From Max Lucado, the parachute is strong and the landing will be safe. His grace is sufficient. That's pretty. If you want further reflection on this, you can go to Ephesians 2, verse 8 or Hebrews 4, verse 16. And I leave you with this, my friends, today's prayer. Heavenly Father, my sins are many. Some would say they are too many to be forgiven, that the stains they have left are too deep to be cleansed. Give me the faith to believe otherwise, trusting your word, which promises that your sacrifice on my behalf covers my sins completely. And that was day 5 of the 100 Days to Freedom, and this one is from shame. So we are, as Carrie said before, moving on up to our 500 plus days together. And I want to thank Stephen Arterburn. I hope he's doing better, by the way, because I know that he was dealing with some medical things, and he also lost a parent. Kyle, Monica, when are you going to wear a big hat live again? Kyle, just for you, before I wrap up, I'll go grab the blue one again. Stay with me. Here it is on my chair. I'll put it on. Kyle's a big fan of a wide brim hat. Kyle, are you going to come to one of my classes sometime? I hope so. Just for you. It doesn't really work with a t-shirt, but there you go, Kyle. Just for you. There's the big wide brim hat. Great message to end your podcast today. Yes. My mom's favorite. I always tear up in church when we sing it. Thank you, Monica. Have a good day. So, Kyle, that was for you. Pamela, thank you. I appreciate that. I love to sing. Have a great day, Monica. Beautiful. Thank you, Monica. Truly, you show us all unconditional love. You show it every day from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I was in vet med for 24 years, and animals give so much unconditional love in a small amount of time, don't they? They are. And they don't even understand that, they give it back to you even when you're outside and you're watering the lawn or you're watering plants and they have missed you. So think about that. When you have your loved ones arrive home again, tonight, today, understand that you're blessed to have them back in your life and give them love. Give them a kiss, give them a hug. Just be by them, sit by them, and let them know that you care about them and that you listen to the message today of the simplest way to provide love to someone. The way an animal does, the way a baby does, the laugh of the baby, the wag of the tail. It's all of that. Look around you, open your eyes a little bit more, and you'll be able to see the unconditional love that exists beyond just what we see in our puppies. Hats by Diane, exactly. It is a beautiful hat. Thank you very much. And Amy, my dad's favorite hymn. Yeah, it's a pretty one. And so one more time, happy birthday to my big brother, Brian. Dad, thank you for the guidance. You've led me to what's happening on Monday. Do not miss Monday's show. See your messenger. I sent a beautiful holding hands photo. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Carrie. Don't miss Monday's show. And don't forget, 11 o'clock today, spread the word that people can look out for the health and wellness category and the Real Monica Adams Show on all the audio platforms. 2 o'clock this afternoon, a couple of shows you may have missed. They'll be on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Tell people. Just share. I can't say it enough. Share to the world that we are here and that in the years to come, together, us, you and me, all of our sponsors, we will be changing lives together and making this world a better place. God bless you all.